Oh boy. Oh boy. Get the zoom right here. Good video. Starting off with a welding hood on. What could we be getting into today? Listen, we got a little bit to talk about today. I'm gonna take my glove off and I'm gonna take my hood off so we can get serious, talk about some stuff. We're gonna talk about Beetlejuice. We're gonna talk about Lights Out. And we're gonna talk about Gannon because it's his birthday. So happy birthday, Gannon, all the way up in Indiana. Mason's brother. It's his birthday. He's getting old. Hopefully, he ages better than Mason because Mason's been going through it down here. We've been working him to the bone. Speaking of Mason, where is he? Mason's gone. Everyone's gone. A snowstorm. Everyone's out working storms. If you guys are interested in working storms, hit me up. john.recovery@gmail.com. It's a great opportunity. We just had a training day. If you missed the training day, but you're interested, you wanted to come, you're too far away, don't worry. It's all on the job training anyways. We'll get you all trained up. Send me an email. We work all over the place. Speaking of working, and the guys, obviously, they're all out on the storm. I came in here this morning to do a little bit of work before I have to sit down on my computer and work on my computer all day. And being that the storm is here and we're working again, we're not able to attend Lights Out, which is a huge bummer for me. Slick Rick's in the trailer. It's loaded up. It's ready to go. Today is Wednesday. It's supposed to rain, 100% chance of rain down in Georgia, so no one was doing anything today. The plan was going to be to leave this morning and go down to Georgia, drive through the rain, get parked, and get ready to race tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, you got to work. My boss knows where I'm at all times. He also knows where the rig is and where the cars are and what I'm doing. And when there's work, we got to work. So it's difficult to run the YouTube channel and be stuck here in the shop just making shop videos because I want to be at the track making track videos. We had 2 track videos last week, which we took the Pro Mod to the track and we had Slick Rick out, and then we took the Pro Mod to the dyno. And those 3 videos, all bangers. You guys loved them. I appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys watching. And I'm just going to ask, just bear with me. The end is in sight. We're on at the end of like the winter push, and then we have a pretty big lull until hurricane season, and we can do a lot of racing. So just stick with me. Go down, hit that subscribe button. Trying to get this stuff knocked out around the shop so we can not be in the shop working, be at the shop racing. So a lot of stuff going on. We talked about storm work. We talked about Gannon. It's his birthday. We talked about Mason. Mason's listen, I'm missing Mason. He's it's normally me and him back here in the shop just grinding away, and now it's just me all by my lonesome. And Mason got a new truck. He got an F350 Illumiduty. So a lot of moving parts going on around here lately. So that right there is a testament to hard work. So you work hard, you can get badass stuff. So congratulations, Mason, and happy birthday, Gannon. So all right, let's get into this. We're dealing with titanium here. Minimal experience with titanium. I've tested and tuned on this piece here quite a bit. I'm burning argon because you have to back purge. So I have this massive spread from TISS Fab. I have a couple things from Tycon Industries because I have some awkward sizes. But for the majority, most all of my stuff is from TISS Fab. See these prefabricated bends right here? Look at this. Boom. 5-inch 90s. I love this stuff. You guys can go onto TISS Fab. I work with them. Go on their website. Check them out. The titanium stuff. They have discount codes like LSNasty20, LSNasty30. They'll get you some hefty discounts. They have prefabricated stuff. Like this is what I do. I get the prefabricated stuff and I cut it apart, so it saves me welding 4 joints. They have the flanges that you need. So these are your turbo outlet flanges. Pie cut kit right here. Check them out, TISS Fab. They're absolutely amazing. I had to buy some of the Tycon stuff because I was not doing great with turbo placement. I shouldn't say turbo placement. I ran out of real estate. It's a 4.5-inch outlet on the turbo, so 4.5-inch. I was going to go 4.5 to 5-inch, but I couldn't fit the expander there, so I had to get some like tight radius 4.5-inch, which they had on their website, which is what I'm welding on here, and make this goofy gnarly bend, and then put the 4 to 5, and then I can use all of my plethora of amazing pie cuts to get this out. And the goal is to then take something like this and have this sticking out about like that. I think that would look really good. So that's our plan. As you can see, super tight, not a lot of room. It's gonna be some gnarly bends. So I just wanted to film a little video today. We'll get a bunch of B-roll here because that's what we do when we weld. And look, I feel like we're doing okay. Titanium is a very, it's like a rare metal. It is super lightweight. It is super thin. I mean, this stuff right here is very thin. This is thicker than the I like this stuff. I like the Tycon stuff too, don't get me wrong. But I have more experience with the TISS Fab. It's a little bit thicker. This is a little bit thinner. But it is in 4.5 and it is a little bit tighter radius bend. That's why I'm using it. But it's very thin metal. And you have to back purge it. And here, I'll let my gas escape for a second. You have to back purge. You have to have super high gas coverage. I don't know if you could see in there. Oh, we're just letting it all out. See, the outside of the weld looks like the inside of the weld. Where it's that chalky, that was a tack right there with no back purge. That right there is back purge. So very structural, very good. Welding titanium. Hold on, let me set this down and cover this up really quick. This is, it gets expensive quick because I'm just burning. I've been burning argon for an hour. I don't have like a professional back purge setup. I have some aluminum foil. I have a gas line and a regulator. That's 100% argon. So you're pumping 100% argon inside, and then you're welding with 100% argon on the outside, and you have to have your gas coverage high. Your gas turned up, and this is at least this is how I've been doing it. Gas turned up. The amps are pretty low because it is thin, and then your post flow, you got to have really good gas coverage. So we'll kind of walk around here and I'll show you. When I first started off, it wasn't as pretty. And I don't know, some people might say it's pretty, some people won't. If you notice, I get like this like bluish green coloring. And what I've noticed is as I turn the gas up, I get this right here where it's like a silver and then it doesn't have any color on the outside. So you can see where I kind of make the transition here. I start getting it figured out. Start getting it really figured out here, and then I start rocking and rolling right through here. So this, to me, I think is good. I mean, all you welding experts out there, you tell me. So what I've been doing here is I've been welding the width of the cup, right? So if you make a long rip, you lose all your gas coverage here. But if I weld the width of the cup, I stop, and I just hold and let that gas coverage sit on it until the post flow is done, and then it gives me this nice... and you could see, like, I welded from there to there, and then I stopped. And I welded from there to there, and I stopped. And I welded from there to there, and I stopped. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's wrong, but this is what I'm doing. I do want to say, like, the titanium stuff, it scares a lot of people away because they've never messed with it. Dude, TISS Fab has some smoking deals. Go on their website. Check them out. Buy the stuff. Get a couple extra pieces to mess with. Get one pie cut kit. Get it in a 4-inch pie cut kit if you're doing 5-inch exhaust. Weld you one together. By the end of you welding it, you'll have it figured out. Promise you. And it's badass and it sounds awesome. So this is what we got going on here. We got everything kind of dialed. This is a lot of welding, and this is why I like the prefabricated stuff, because you don't have to weld one joint. Instead, you're welding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a lot of welding. So I'm just slowly coming back here. Like I said, first thing in the morning, sit down for 30-40 minutes, do some welding, try to get this thing wrapped up, and then I can go on with my day. You do that a couple mornings, before long you'll have your exhaust built. But yeah, that's what we got going on. I'm gonna get back to welding on this thing, and we'll see if we can get this thing all welded up. Maybe I got another 30 minutes back here. My phone's been going off already this morning, and maybe I'll answer a few calls, but I'd really love to get this done. That would really get me fired up. I'm very sorry that we're not gonna be able to make it to Georgia. I really want to go down there and race and run well. Kevin Mullins has been talking cash shit to me. He said I don't race anymore. So Kevin, I'm here to prove you wrong. We're gonna racing nonstop as soon as these storms get through. So also, all the guys are gone. CJ Mason, Logan, David, they're all out. So is it really racing when we're going to the track without the boys, without the crew? I don't know. To me, it wouldn't be the same. So let's get into it. Let's do some welding, and let's get this knocked out. Let's get you guys a video today. Alright, y'all, got a bunch of welding done to it. I'm being summoned elsewhere, so I almost got 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost got 4 joints completely welded out. You can see the white chalky stuff in there, not ideal. The stuff that's done correctly doesn't have the white chalkiness. It looks exactly like it does on the outside. So I'm not an expert welder, but I'm just trying to learn. I'm getting better as I go, which is good. So this stuff over here, it looks pretty good. Like in that section you see right here, I had an issue with the welder, just like wasn't pumping out enough gas, so I cranked it up more. But like right there, it looks pretty good. Super, super, super lightweight. It's crazy how lightweight this is. But I'm gonna go do some work on my computer, and then if I can sneak away, maybe I'll eat a really quick lunch and come back here and try to weld a few more joints out. I'm waiting on more material, so it'd be great if that material came in today. I'd love it, and then I can get one side of the exhaust done, at least tacked up. With this being all pie cuts, everything fits really good, so I'm comfortable tacking it on 4 corners and then just keep building. It doesn't really drop that much. So there you have it. Check out the guys at TISS Fab. I'm not sure if they're, I'm sure if I put it up there and John sees this, he'll open up the sale. So we'll get the sale going back up there. I'll put the stuff up on the screen and we'll rock and roll. But yeah, a quick little video here, trying to get some stuff knocked out. Need to get this thing hot side, cold side done in the next week and a half, 2 weeks before it goes to James to get the headers done. And then as soon as the oil pump comes in, this thing's ready to rock. Just get some wiring redone. As soon as the oil pump comes in on that, I'm ready to get fuel tank done, oil system plumbed, and transmission in, drive shaft made, and then get that thing ready to go to paint. So paint and wiring, I mean, we're gonna hump it for sure.